And we are live with another edition of All In on St. Mary's Sports, hosted by Gabby Higgins. Tonight, Gabby will be covering St. Mary's boys soccer. Welcome, Gabby.
Thank you. Happy to be back for another episode of All In on High School Sports. I'm joined tonight by Coach Monteroso and two of his players, Saul Merced, Colin Bogle, and Juan Torres. Right now, Colin will be joining a few minutes late, but hi, Coach, Saul, and Juan. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Hi, thanks for having us. Excited to be here.
Now, for the players, how did you first get involved playing soccer, and what motivated you to continue in high school?
I'll start. I first started playing soccer when I was young. I always played soccer and football. So it was either like one of the two. And like around middle school, I was playing soccer and football, and I got hurt. I got a concussion playing football. So after that, I really was like, there's no point in me playing football because I really didn't want to get another concussion. So I started playing soccer full time. And in high school, I started playing freshman year and here at St. Mary's. I've been playing all 4 years.
Great. That's all.
So I started playing soccer like 5 years old probably, cause my mom, she's Colombian, so basically in my blood. Played till like 8th grade, but I quit soccer for like 2 years. Too many injuries when I was a kid. I was scared. Then I transferred to St. Mary's and played junior year. Got hurt half the season last year, and yeah, senior year now.
Gotcha. And now another follow-up question. Can you tell me why you chose St. Mary's?
I'll start on this one too. I'm not gonna lie. St. Mary's was not my first option. Seton Hall Prep was like the go-to ever since I was young. Seton Hall Prep was that school for me. I loved Seton Hall Prep. It was like the school for me. It was always Seton Hall Prep, and then it was St. Mary's right after because I remember my dad when I was younger. My dad used to coach basketball at Manchester, and they have their basketball tournament every December. So every December, every Christmas time, we'd come. I'd go. I'd play basketball. I knew Coach Gash. I was younger, and I just chose St. Mary's.
Okay.
All right, I chose St. Mary's because freshman sophomore year I went to St. Benedict's, and I didn't really play soccer there. And I knew if I tried out, it'd be too late because they usually have the team set. So yeah, my parents tried to find a school and they found St. Mary's.
That's good that you're at St. Mary's now. Now for Coach, there's a two-part question. The first one is, can you tell us about the season thus far? And the second question is, who are some players that you can highlight on this year's squad?
Um, about the season so far. So I came into this season. I took over a team 2 weeks into the season. Their old coach left, and I worked at St. Mary's, and this is my second year there. So I didn't want the program to be damaged. I wanted to take over because I wanted to help them in any way I could. I've been coaching soccer for a long time now, and I'm very passionate about coaching. I played before, so now I'm coaching, and I want to give back to my students, honestly, because I see them every day. So I knew that they needed somebody to take over, and I just wanted to take over and really build this program, at least for this year, as best as I can. That was my goal. So yeah, I mean, I took over, and so far, I think that a culture needed to be built on this team. I think they didn't have a proper culture set yet for this team, and I really wanted to come in here and do what I could as best I can, given what I have. And so far, what I've seen a lot of improvement so far. I'm not just saying that because I work there, but I'm saying what I see. And I've coached different teams at every level: college, high school, young kids, women, men. I've coached, you name it, I've coached it. So I've seen a lot of improvement so far. We're not where we want to be yet, but we're getting there. And I think that when you build a program, it takes time. It's not something that just happens overnight. I think it takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of consistency. So I think that for what we're doing so far, the teams that we played against, there were a lot of teams that we came close against. Like I said, we're not to where we want to get to right now, but we are close. We're getting there. We're scoring. Okay. We have to work on our defense. I'm telling them that our defense has to be strengthened, and they know that because after when we have practices, I always ask questions of what we can do better. I always try to always. I have a magnet board of where the pieces can move. I love that because I'm a visual learner. So that's how I used to get coached from my coach, and that's how I learned when I was at TSF Academy. We used to learn with that board. So I try to really teach them that way, the proper way, in order for them to understand what their positions are, what they can do better. And I like to also ask a lot of questions to them. So, what can you guys do better here? What do you guys think about this? I love to get feedback from my players. I'm not the type of coach that's like, oh, it's my way or the highway. I love to get feedback from my players. If my player said I'd rather be here and I could be successful here, I'm all for it. I'm all about getting them to be in a position to succeed. And that's my philosophy as a coach always. It's always about communicating well with your players so they feel comfortable where they're playing and so they can succeed and and contribute to the team as best they can, because everybody can contribute no matter who. Everybody has a special talent that they can contribute to the team. So if I can get that out of you, that's going to be a win-win for everybody. So I think that we are getting to where we want to be. We had a tough loss yesterday against Midland Park. We came close. It was a 4-3 loss, but like I said, those little things that I see, whether getting on the board or making stops or doing the small things like making the right pass at the right time, or or visualizing yourself, or seeing the right, when to cut, when to get to the open space, when to create space. Those little things is honestly a victory for me, even though we lost. Those little things that I see that improvement, it's a big deal for me. So I see that. And your second question was, can you say that again?
Yes. My second question was, who are some top players that you can highlight in this season?
Top players? I think everybody's putting in a lot of work. It's hard to name like one or two people. I think that everybody really is contributing. We are putting a lot of work into practice. We're watching film, but just something that I like to incorporate into my coaching is not only practicing on the field, but also knowing how to watch players move and then visualizing yourself doing it on the field as well. Okay, you see a player that you need to mark. Okay, how can I mark this player? How can I see myself in the field right now? And following your position. Okay, this player is on my zone. Like I always like to tell players, you have a zone no matter where you're playing. So you have your zone you got to cover. He has his zone, and you're responsible for that. By doing your job, you're responsible to stay in the zone and defend it or attack it, whatever the case is. So visualizing yourself on the field, knowing where to be. And so we watch. So we not only practice, but we watch film. So it's hard to say that. I think everybody's putting in work. It's hard to say who is my number one player right now. It's hard, but I will say that Saul Merced has the most goals right now for us. So I will say offensively, he will be he's our key player offensively. Defensively, Kawan is making a lot of great plays on the defensive side, especially in the second half. We definitely kick it up a notch second half. We definitely play a lot better. We definitely make adjustments that we need to make. So I think I see a lot of improvement from everybody. But defensively, I will say Kawan has helped us tremendously. And on the offensive side, Saul has put up a lot of goals for us this season.
Gabby, before you get to your next question, we do have a Messiah checking in from YouTube. So I just wanted to get that comment in there. So thanks for watching, Messiah. Actually, he's saying Kawan. So
To go back to what you were preaching about culture, I really like that, because that culture plays such a vital role on any sports team, for that matter.
Absolutely.
Now, this question for Saul. As a midfielder, you contribute both offensively and defensively. How do you make sure you contribute to both phases of the game?
Let's see. Giving effort. I mean, I'm captain, so I have to lead by example. If I don't try, they're not going to want to try. So, yeah.
Now, to follow up with that, which one do you like more, offense or defense?
To be honest, man, offense, right? Offensive play, man.
I mean,
you like 4 goals, man. That's
scoring goals are fun, but
man.
slide tackling. Getting a nice clean slide tackle, I take that over a goal. Yeah.
Okay. And now, Kawan. The center back position is an integral part of the team defense in soccer. Can you tell us more in detail about your responsibilities in the position and how you work with your fellow defenders and the goalkeeper?
Well, first, I didn't start off at center back at all. This is about my first time ever playing center back. My last 3 years, I've played left back or left mid, so I've always been on the left side of the field. So this is my first time stepping into center back. Our center back right now, Gianluca, he's hurt, so I'm stepping in for him. But center back right now, it's like a big challenge to me because I never played the position before, and now I have to see not just the left side of the field or the left middle side of the field. I have to see the whole field. I have to see who's on the right. I have to see who's on the left. I have to see who's shifting, who's moving, who's not doing anything. I have to make sure my line is even. I have to make sure everything like it has to. It's like it's a lot of work that goes into it. It's just not going out there running around, defending the ball, playing the ball at a certain spot. It's making sure that everybody else on my defensive line or in front of my defensive line is doing what they're supposed to too. Like that's the biggest thing. I feel like as a center back, you have to hold everybody accountable, even yourself. Even when I make mistakes, I know when I make mistakes, I go back and I replay the mistakes in my head. I see that. Yeah, I could have moved to the left a little bit more. I could have moved the right to a little more, or I could have told somebody to drop back to help for me, or I could have dropped back myself. So I feel like that the center back position is definitely not easy. I thought going into the season, I thought center back would be so much easier than what it is. Even though I play left back, I'm like, oh, their job is not that hard. But now playing there, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard.
I respect that a lot because it shows you're a team player and you're reliable for whenever team needs you to step up. So I respect that a lot.
Absolutely.
And now, Coach,
Yes.
what are your goals for the program this season and also moving forward?
Well, the goals are to get everybody. I want everybody to not only improve, but I want us to understand. I mean, just like Kawan was saying, he never played that position, but he's doing it, and center back is the heart of the defense, and Kawan has stepped into a position where he hasn't played before, but he's excelling so far. So that just shows you that our team is able to adjust when we need to. If somebody needs to step up and play a position that they haven't played before, sometimes it's needed, either due to the team that we played or just due to the unfortunate of our team this year, where a few of us have been injured, a few of us are not on the team right now. So we have to make adjustments no matter what. Every team is different, so I always tell them that adjustments need to be made. But for personally, the goal is to just get everybody better, like just to get everybody to improve. That's really what I want to see, and I'm seeing that so far. This is only my second week taking over this program, so the second, this 2 weeks that I've been here so far, I've seen so much improvement so far. And I think that it all came from that first game that we played against Seacole, my first game taking over. We scored about 4 goals that game, and we could have got more if it wasn't for an offsides call. That wasn't an offsides, but that's another day. Story for another day. But we could, we were on the board. We got on the board over 3 times, so we had 4 goals that game. So that's an improvement for me. Definitely is just getting them understanding the game and understanding their positions. And some of them do. I'm not saying that, most of them do, but we could always do better. We could always get better, improve, no matter who you are, no matter if you're the most experienced player to the least experienced player. There's always room for improvement. So definitely the goal is moving forward is to obviously keep grinding, right? Keep grinding in practice, keep grinding in games, never giving up, fighting for every last, for every possession, playing till the whistle blows, playing every single minute where you're playing your heart out every single minute. So that's really what I want to see from them is more the effort. I love it. You don't have to be the most experienced player, but if you show me that you're just grinding, you want to get better, and you show me that you really care, you put the effort in, you have a great attitude, that's really what I'm looking for as a coach. So I think moving forward, I want that to be our symbol as a program, that we are never going to lay down no matter what team we're facing. We're always going to fight. We're always never going to give up. And we're going to give it our all, because at least you can say we gave it our all. Now, we might have lost, but we did what we had to do. And eventually that will pay off. That will pay off eventually, for sure.
That's great. And there's always tons of room to grow as well. And that also ties in with the culture as well. Okay.
Gabby, we have a question from somebody on Facebook. This is a great question, actually. That's why I'm going to throw it out there for your guests here. This is coming from Anthony Mataloni, who I think is one of Mr. Valenti's former players at Ramapo. There aren't enough soccer movies. What's your favorite soccer movie? He said his is Ladybugs, and he said good luck to you guys this season. It's true. There aren't. So is there a soccer movie you guys know and love? Coach, do you have one?
I got to think about this one. I actually have to. I mean, there isn't. He's right. There isn't a lot of side. As
Right,
I'm
he
thinking
is
about it
right.
right now, I'm thinking like, wait a minute, there really isn't. I mean, there's comedy ones like Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell. There's that one. There's a little more comedy, more comedy side of it. But that's hard. I got to think about this one. I'll definitely get back to him with this one. I don't know if you guys have one.
How about you, Kawan or Saul? Any soccer movies you guys know of?
See, I just have to research real quick because I definitely forgot about that.
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot.
Actually, no, I got one. The dog movie, Air Bud. He played soccer. I remember that movie from my childhood.
Nicely done. All right.
Hey, but okay, that's a good one. You played all the sports though, not just soccer, right?
He played all the sports, but it was a movie for soccer.
Volleyball.
It was a movie for soccer, and he was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, he was into it.
So we got
Okay,
one.
now this question is for everyone.
Okay.
Let's say there's a young soccer player listening to you guys tonight. What advice would you have for them to continue to grow their game and be the best soccer player that they can be? We can start with Coach.
I definitely would say to play as much as you can. I would say even all year round. Like if you're trying to become a great soccer player, I think it's important to get as many touches on the ball as you can. Even if you're home, all you need is a wall or with a partner, and get as many touches on the ball as you can and play all year round. I mean, I can't say that enough. When I coached club, all the players not only played club, but they played for their high school, and they've always become better players when they did that. When they play in the wintertime, in the springtime, it's very difficult to rely just in the fall season to play high school soccer and then think that you're going to be able to remember from last year. I think you have to, just like anything else, the more you do something, the better you get at it. So I think playing all year round is so important, especially at a young level. Like even if you're young, it's have as much fun with it as you can. Play in teams, play pickup, or go and join a rec league or a club, a local club in your town that has other kids involved, and play as much as you can. That's what a lot of European, South American countries do. They instill all this at a young age, where it's about having fun when you're young, having fun, kicking the ball around with friends. As you get older, it becomes more competitive. But what I'm trying to say is that just to get as many touches on the ball as you can and play as much as you can, even if it's by yourself or in a team setting, for sure. That'll be my advice.
I agree with that. Now, Saul.
I would say pretty much the same thing. Play as much as you can, and also play against older kids because that gets you better. They get as many touches on the ball as you can, and have fun with it when you're younger. Because when you get older, it's gonna be less fun. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, now Kawan.
So they basically took my answer, but I'm gonna say something completely different here. I feel like you should always rely, like throughout your career, always rely on the people that are helping you and that are willing to help you. Because even if you put in the work by yourself, even if you do all this stuff by yourself, you're always gonna have people that are gonna want to help you. You're gonna have your teammates that are gonna make you better. You're gonna have your coaches that want to make you better. You're always gonna be given opportunities in the world. So my advice to young kids, if they want to play soccer, use all your resources, utilize all the resources you have, because not everybody's going to get that chance to get those resources that you may have, that somebody else may not have. Like say you play club and another kid's not playing club. Make sure you play club and make sure you're doing everything that you need in the club. Make sure that you are being a team player. Make sure that you're listening to the coach, because those two things alone will never help you all in life. Like it's just not even like soccer, like a life lesson. Always respect your peers, your coaches, your elders. So my main thing for kids, if you want to play any type of sports, not even just soccer, utilize any resources that you're given. because not all people have those resources, and it will help you go far.
Gabby, we have another question from the audience. We have a Jamie McDuffie checking in from YouTube asking our players, like, what's your main focus? So now as a high school player, what's your main focus? Kawan, you want to start since I have you big on the screen?
Yeah, I'm right. So, I don't only play soccer. I also play baseball. But my main focus as a high school player all around is to gain as much knowledge from my coaches and other people that I can, because this is my senior year. I'm about to graduate. I'm about to go to college. I'm about to become an adult. Plenty of people told me adult life is hard. Adult life is hard. So me as a high school player, I don't even only want to gain experience from playing the game or like playing baseball or playing soccer. I don't only want to have like the skill set. I want to have I want to have like mental toughness in order to be able to live out in the real world by myself. I want to be able to listen to what people is telling me. They were telling me like if somebody's telling me something about adulthood that I need to know, I would love to listen to it. Like my mom tells me all the time, oh, you need to go to these programs. They're telling you they're helping you out with all this stuff. I never want to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do it, but I have to go. Like I went to a sports broadcasting camp over the summer, and now I'm getting sometime this year during like the basketball season, I'm gonna be able to listen, like sit behind the sports broadcasting team and listen to them and stuff like that. Like I feel like that I utilize high school sports to elevate my mind, and because I'm about to go to college, so yeah.
That's a great answer. How about you, Saul?
Not gonna lie, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question came from one of our audience on YouTube, and they asked, like, as a high school athlete, she wanted to know what the players like. What's your main focus as you're practicing, throughout soccer?
My main focus this year, senior year, is get better for a club team, because last year I couldn't play club. I broke my ankle last season, so yeah, this senior year, last season, to possibly go to college. So yeah.
Great. Kawan, it's Jamie McDuffie is saying that it's your grandma. That's awesome. And she loved your answer. So very nice.
Yeah.
And then we got another comment from Anthony Mataloni, still watching, saying, enjoy every minute of it. Leave it all on that field. No regrets. It goes by so fast. All right, Gabby, back to you.
And to respond to what Kawan said before, invest in people who invest in you. I really like how you worded that before. Okay. Now, to end this off, I use this little thing where it's like I ask you 3 rapid fire questions, random questions. You just have to answer them as fast as possible. This is for everyone to answer. Okay, ready? What is your favorite national or international soccer team?
Juventus.
And in Miami.
Real Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your pregame hype song?
Oof.
Dreams and nightmares.
Okay.
He's a nightmare.
Dreams and nightmares.
Oh man, there's so many. Probably every
Gotta
Drake's
keep one.
here. Something with Drake. Something with Drake for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, something with Drake
And-
for sure.
What is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas. That's the easiest question ever.
Okay, because Halloween's coming. You never know.
Christmas.
Okay. So that about wraps it up again. Thank you all for joining me tonight. And I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Go Gales.
For having
Thank
us.
you,
Yes.
Gabby. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Kawan. Thank you, Saul. Thank you, Coach. And thank you, everybody, for watching and commenting in. Join us Friday night for our football recap, and then we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.